Hey everybody, welcome back to my anime react channel, GizAnime. Today we're going to be watching Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy Episode 8. Last episode we left off with healing Rembrandt's family, his wife and two daughters. Then we later find out, after we get into a skirmish with Lime, that the Rembrandt man and his company aren't really all that noble. That they've done some pretty shady things, and that the witch that originally cursed them, his wife was taken from him by them, forced to marry Rembrandt, then killed to gain her wealth and stature, because he's trying to keep a monopoly on the trading company, which is why at the end they mention keeping an eye on him because he has the potential to probably make a better profit than them, thus stealing money from them in a sense. Like, that's how they would view it, not as a competition type thing, but he's stealing from them, so they've got to remove him. And even if they don't see it that way, it's, as far as they're concerned, an issue, and they'll probably try to kill him later on down the line and find out that he's way more than they can handle. So hopefully we see that later, and that we're just not one and done with them for now. And then we get Lime, one of the members of this group that tried to take out Makoto, Tomoe, Mio, to basically, I guess, cripple Rembrandt, because they thought they were really working with them and were aware of what he's been doing, but they're not. And then later on, Tomoe basically tells Lime, hey, look, you're pretty skilled, I guess, so I want to use you as a spy. I want to hire you, become part of the party and work with us. And I guess she gave him like this huge bag of gold, which is way more money than Mio took from him originally. So he's now part of the party. So with that said, really nothing else to go off of. It really didn't lead into anything else last episode, so I don't know what this one's going to be about. So with that said, let's get on to this episode, see what happens. And I'll see you there. Alright everybody, here we go. That's kind of funny, but kind of sad at the same time. So their leaders are so strong that the army has lost morale, because they don't see them as ever being near as powerful. So what's the point, right? Oh, was she calling Mio Grandma? These two really going at it. Okay, so the Ulk are actually like a lot stronger than like the typical like other race. Thus they don't need to train as much. Like way stronger than the orcs, etc.
You don't want to be like this.
Okay, so it's not that they're not strong. Just, I guess the training is way too intense. They don't train with each other? Like, they're all going to train with the orcs? That's weird. They could learn different kinds of combat styles. I got a friend who has a son who used to eat tomatoes all the time, and because they're acidic, he ended up burning his lips because he ate them so much. I guess that's good when you're fighting each other, but since they're all living together, it would make more sense to share this information now.
Whoa, that's a genuinely shocking fact.
Because it's not like they're going to be warring within this little domain amongst one another. So this is a way for them to inadvertently learn from one another.
Yes, but actually no.
Obviously, the lizard guy's going to be a lot faster and more nimble. Yeah, but this guy's going to be a lot stronger. Why would he have to remain expressionless? That seems kind of odd. Okay, so the lizard guy got the first strike.
Just a flesh wound.
Are they trying to kind of bolster them by talking down to them? To get them to work together?
I doubt that.
Oh. They're lax in training. They figure they're good enough, so why bother getting better? That's the
You fool!
Wow, look at Tomoe here being a real leader right now.
Impressive.
I'm impressed. Like, be a farmer. That's true. We don't just need warriors. We need, like I just said, farmers. We need construction workers to help build housing.
Weak and pathetic.
Sounds interesting, but also I wonder how much damage this would cause to the surrounding areas with them constantly fighting every week.
Wow! How original!
I thought she was like 1400 last time. How is he not gaining any levels? Like, this is... My original thought process behind this is that he's just max level, and their little things can't fathom a max level being. But then he should have been able to have mopped the floor with even Mio. So, I don't know why he's not leveling. She's fawning over him. That's cute.
Oh no.
This is just a pretty rigorous training. I'm not sure if this is just things she's thinking of or doing. Okay, I think this is stuff she's doing. That's even funnier. I just wanted to do a little announcement that I am going to be doing a figure giveaway at 500 subscribers for a Super Masters Diorama 2 Trunks and Vegeta figure.
It's over 9,000! You enjoy it.
As a show of appreciation for the support that everybody's been giving me, all the comments everybody's been leaving, all the love from the anime community that I've been shown. I'm hoping to continue with what I'm doing and just to get better as I go to make the experience more enjoyable for everybody so that I can earn that sub from you. And like I said, at 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway for this figure. It is unopened, as you can see. So if you want to win that, then subscribe and just make sure that you're over 18 years of age and you live within the US. Because I don't know if I could afford the shipping outside. Like I said though, with that said, I appreciate all the support I've been given. Thank you very much. I will see you all next time. I don't think his admiration of Tomoe is going to go away at all. Like, this actually might be his friend from Earth somehow. Not sure how though. And of course, it just could all be just coincidence.
I think not!
So, you're an archer who goes in the front where the tank should be because your aim is crap.
That's so very, very sad.
You should probably practice your aim. Just... For real, she should be in the trees or something. Just already done that.
That's racist!
Tomoe was pretty cunning and also a little merciless. Like, her training was pretty rigorous, but these tactics of beating these opponents is pretty heartless.
What? That's the evilest thing I can imagine!
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but thinking about suffocating them like that, wow. I'm sure that's not a quick death. Baka.
Do it! Just do it!
Use their numbers against them somehow. 100 should be pretty easy to defeat if you use them against themselves. Make them trip on each other, create like some kind of blockage to where they have to funnel one by one through. they're wore out, but they did it. I'm pretty sure talk is already being spread around. Okay, so we're not one and done with them. Okay, so they don't actually have space like he said they did. So they're about to go kick someone out or force someone to give them a space. Where's Lime at? I'm pretty sure Rembrandt's telling him all these things to get him in a position where he could assess Makoto better. Like what kind of threat he'd be to their business. Are these elves? Yep. Alright everybody, so bit of a recap of the episode. At the beginning of the episode, we're shown that the different various races within the demiplane have a kind of woe is me attitude towards fighting and their power. They don't see themselves as really good enough or strong enough to really contend. They can't hurt Makoto at all. They can't even, get past any of his attacks to even touch him. Not to say that they could hurt him or Tomoe or Mio at all if they were to actually attack them. I don't think their attacks would phase them at all. But that's not the point. The point is they can't even reach them, so they feel like we might as well just give up. So they're basically told, hey, this is your attitude. Do other things, or maybe even go back home and outside of the demiplane. Tomoe basically sets up, okay, this is what's going to happen. We're going to have everybody fighting against each other. We're going to pit one race against another, and we're going to determine, who's the strongest and have like a ranking hierarchy system. And those that are the strongest will be rewarded, and those that are the weakest will need to train harder and we'll be able to assess, where they're failing, etc. So we'll be able to build a better army and have better fighters, and you'll also be able to grow stronger. Then later on, we move past that into Makoto telling Tomoe to train Toa, the girl that looks like his friend from Earth, and her party to basically replace the former guild, Lime and them all who were the top dogs then, with somebody else, which would be Toa and her party. And Tomoe sees this as kind of a negative because the more time she spends with them, the more time that basically Makoto might also spend with Toa. And she doesn't want that because she wants him to essentially break every bond he has with Earth and not to, I guess, desire to go back at any point in time. I don't know if that's possible. And to sever all ties that he has with anybody from that previous life, which would include Toa because Toa looks like the girl from Earth. So she rushes the training and basically says, because use your head, because they're going into fights rather gung-ho, Leroy Jenkins style, basically. They're just rushing in without any thought of action or plan, and the backline party members, or should be, are in the front for some dumb reason. Our healer is unable to cast any offensive spells at all, even though he has them, because he's constantly healing the party because they're making just rash decisions. So she basically beats this thought process out of them and shows them, a better way to do things. So we've got that, and then we have Makoto basically trying to start off his own company and start, using his Merchants Guild license to do Merchant Guild things. And he needs a store to set it all up in. And he goes to Rembrandt to begin this process, and they're undercutting or taking over another company or another spot to give him. I'm not sure. I wasn't able to really pay attention to all of it, but it seems like there's no space for Makoto. So they're forcing somebody out to make a space. And also he has sent Tomoe and Toa and her party, or I think he's going to. I can't tell if that was Toa and her party or if that was just some random party at the end. I think it was a random party, actually. I'm not sure. But anyways, at the end of the episode, we get a group who goes off into these woods that have this flower that Makoto wants because it's like the prime source of his soon-to-be income in the Merchant's Guild. And we see that there are these elves there that basically despise humans. So there will be a confrontation with that later on down the line, more than likely. So with that said, though, let me know what you all thought of this episode. Maybe help explain things a bit better that happened at the end of the episode with the Rembrandt Company. What exactly was going on with that. I'd appreciate that. And I will talk to you all next time.
Da-da-da-da.